to Marina. Marina, say hello. Good. Can you wave hi to everybody here? Marina is our oldest animal. She's over 30 years old. But as you see, she is not our only seal. Scully is our other seal. He is our 13-year-old male Pacific Harbor seal. Scully, wave hi to everybody. Good. Look out on this side. Good boy. Hey, now, these lovely animals here are a little bit different than our sea lion, and that's because they are a lot further along in their training. Isn't that right, Marina? Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, now, they're so far along in their training that we can bring them up here, and we can ask them to do something that's actually really, really difficult, and it's really easy for them all at the same time. We can ask a seal like Scully to show you what some yoga moves are. Okay, that's not exciting, right? How about this one then? Maybe have them be really horrible to the crowd. That's a little bit more exciting, isn't it? Like, well, he could do his growling, but it's not his growling that's horrible to a crowd. What's horrible to a crowd would be him sticking his tongue out. Tongue! Okay, tongue! There you go. But you know what? We don't want to do that. We don't want him to be known as this big mean monster. Because our seals here, they're not mean. They're cute and cuddly. But of course, I say that, but it's really only true to a point. Because here these animals are actually trained. We're allowed to come in here. We can ask them to roll over. We can go and rub their belly. Or maybe I could go down to Scully and I could ask him for a kiss. Can I have a kiss? And I don't really have all that much to worry about because he's used to actually being up here and working with us. Now, that would be a little bit different down at the harbor, or it might be a little bit different with an animal like our sea lion here. And like I said, she'll come up here and she'll bother the show, right? Well, this kind of shows you that natural instinct, that instinct where they can come up and they can do something, and it potentially could be really bad. Now, in the case of our sea lion, what we do is we're actually trying to teach her manners in a lot of ways. Those manners that you guys get to watch and get to enjoy in the show. But you can't really get that with any kind of animal down at the harbor. So you have to be really, really careful. Remember, these are trained animals that actually come up here and do all this stuff. Is that right? I think his ET will scare her away. No, it's not working, is it? Marina, can you come up here? Now, this is where you get the waiting game. You hope that it will entice her to go away if it's boring.
No, I want
And then she's out. Now, Scully and Marina here had to go through the same steps as our sea lion, and this is what's allowed them to become these superstars that they really are. Now, Scully here is a superstar in a lot of different ways. You saw that he can make people laugh, but he loves really, really making people like you laugh at our expense as a trainer. Scully, why don't you tell these people what you think I do all day long? Yeah, it does make people laugh, but it doesn't make me laugh. It actually really, really upsets me. And I told him that if he actually ever did it in front of a crowd again, I'd feed him to the shark back there. And he got really upset at me one day when I told him that. As if I really do it. All right, you did a really good job, especially since you came up here and you dealt with Cora really well. But before you go, I need you to give one more big kiss to Marina. Good. And then, of course, wave goodbye to everybody. There you go. Give them a big round of applause.